Hey feminine, let's go ahead, jump right into this reading, my love. Let us see what the messages are that Spirit has here for you on today. Please do keep in mind, y'all, these are general messages. Only take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Let us see, let us see. Dun dun dun. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you all so very much for all your love, all your supports. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. All right. We have intuition, okay? So anytime we see this card come out, your intuition is screaming at you, all right? Screaming at you. And there are so many things that Spirit wants for you to notice that in the event you were to ignore them, in the event you were to push them aside, these things are eventually at some point going to come up. And you're going to regret not listening to yourself, okay? Now, we don't want to live with regrets. That's true. And this is no different. So if your intuition is telling you something and it is screaming loudly at you, listen to it, okay? Listen to it. It says the red flags you ignore now will come back to bite you later, okay? We have vacation. You will be traveling soon, okay? Somebody may want to spend some time with you. Somebody may have asked you or told you, pack a bag, okay? Pack a bag or two. You said, okay. But notice how I said that. Okay, like something doesn't feel right about it or something is off about it. And you're still thinking, I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway, despite what my intuition is telling me. Ciao. Okay, we have manifest. You could have spoken to the universe about a very specific thing with a very specific person, and the universe comes and answers. However, we do know one thing for sure, two things for certain, right? So we'll just look and see what's going on before I even say that, beloved. Oh, okay. So as I was, we do know one thing for sure, two things for certain, right? That a certain energy would always present itself as everything you want. Okay, so let's say you're like, I want somebody that's, you know, this is so cliche, tall, dark, and handsome, right? Everybody's like, tall, dark, and handsome. Okay, tall, dark, and handsome shows up, but it's the devil. You understand what I'm saying? It's like that. So just be mindful of what it is that you're like, oh, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. It has to be exactly like this. Instead of just saying, I want what God has for me, get me in alignment with God's will, whatever is ultimately best for me, that's what I want. We have to be very specific, okay? So we have liar and gold digger. It's like Spirit's like, yeah, I'll bring them, but they don't come with good intentions. Notice that for a lot of you, this person only wanted to pop up at a very specific time in your life when things got really, really good. When you became extremely prosperous and abundant. That should tell you something, okay? For some of you, person returned around tax season, okay? And I've been telling you guys about that. You got to be careful with these homosexuals, okay? So it says, be careful of someone sneaky and they want your money being used, okay? They want your money being used. Underlying energy here is honeymoon. Honeymoon phase, attending someone's wedding. So that's what I'm getting. I'm getting that in the honeymoon phase. Everything seems so great. It seems so amazing. Then you find out more information. I'm speaking on something very specific here. I feel it. All right. It says someone's got their eye on you. They were spying on you. They see, oh, this is a great time in their life. Let me come in right now. You are doing your research because you feel something is off. Okay. Some of you are readers yourself. All right. Some of you have certain gifts and abilities, but you don't read anything. You just read energy. You know what I mean? That's everything, if you ask me. But some of you also have children with this person. So you could have been wanting this connection to work. You could have been wanting this relationship to last. Okay. We have Emperor and Empress. That's what it feels like. Some of you could feel like this is your divine counterpart, and perhaps it is. We haven't gotten into the reading yet. We'll see. All right. But your divine counterpart is no good. And just because they're your divine counterpart doesn't mean you have to be with them. So I feel like this is something you're starting to understand. It was amazing in the beginning. It was great. Cool. Over time, it's losing its luster. It's losing its shine. It's losing its appeal. That should say something. When it's real, the appeal is going to remain. Not every day is going to be your favorite day, but the appeal is going to remain. You and your person are going to grow. If you have a family together, the family is going to grow. You know, it doesn't mean you have to add on additions to the family, but everybody's going to be a healthier, happier version of self. Okay? So, that's how you know. I feel like you get a message from this person after not having heard from them for a while, after there's been space and distance between you. Page of Wands, Six of Swords, Nine of Wands. This person comes back. You have a guard up. You don't understand why they're back. You don't necessarily know why you have such a guard up when this is something once upon a time you wanted. But over time you realize, okay, I see why. And again, yeah, for some of you, this is your divine counterpart. We have the Lovers. It's them, but they just don't have good intentions. This could be somebody that's extremely shallow. All right, somebody that has a lot of options and they feel like, well, everybody wants me. Any and everybody wants me. So why does it have to be you that I'm with? Okay, that type of thing. They don't see what the two of you have as special. And so that in itself is a red flag. Okay, the twin flame relationship is extremely unique. Not everybody gets the opportunity to meet their twin. And not everybody gets the opportunity to actually come into union, physical contact, etc. with their twin. There are so many people in the world that once they discovered what twin flames are, they just ran to it. You know, that's how you know it's not necessarily a real twin flame relationship. If you found out about twin flames first and then was like, oh, I want my twin flame. Okay. The way you usually get to finding out what a twin flame even is when you're a real twin flame is because you're experiencing all of these emotions and things that you have never experienced. You're going through all these different occurrences. You're having all these different synchronicities, all these different things that you have never in a million years experienced or thought was possible. And then you're like, what is this? That causes you to say, what is this? Look into it and get more information. Not if you found out what a twin flame is and was like, oh, yep, where's my twin flame? That's my twin flame. That's my twin. No. Okay, that's not, more than likely you're not a twin, okay? But if you felt these emotions, felt these feelings, went through these experiences, had these occurrences, and then was like, what is this? 10 out of 10 times you're a twin flame, 11 out of 10, okay? And so this person, they don't honor the connection as something sacred. They don't know what it is, okay? They don't seem to care to know what it is. So again, you cannot dismiss these red flags. Somebody comes in because, oh, you look good, you have a lot, you know. That's not necessarily you wanting to be with somebody for the right reasons. Okay, that's just you wanting to take advantage of whatever you can take advantage of. Okay. So some of you are moving on, moving forward with your life, and then in comes this person. Ten of Wands, it overburdens you, it stresses you out. Okay, person still continues to pursue even though they know they don't have good intentions. And for some of them, they know you know they don't have good intentions, but they proceed to attempt anyway. Okay, we have the Page of Swords. Page of Swords is curiosity and spying. Again, person was watching you closely. This may be something you don't know. Okay, this person has been watching you closely, waiting for the time and the moment to come in, to say something, to do something. All right, you have this guard up with this person. Maybe you didn't understand why. You emotionally withdrew. You detached, you know, yourself from the situation. Some of you once upon a time felt abandoned by this person. They could have turned their backs on you, walked away without any explanation, reason, or anything like that. It was for another option or to choose someone else. We saw the Seven of Cups. We saw the Two of Wands. We see the Moon. But this person always kept their eye on you. Three of Pentacles. Yeah, everything's working out for you. You've built something great. You built up a lot of success for yourself. You've accomplished a lot of your goals. Things that you and this person perhaps talked about. You saying, I want to do this one day. I want to do this one day. This is what I'm working on. Now the person sees you have done it. You have accomplished it. You've had, you know, you have experienced it. They want to be up close and personal. Eight of Swords, you see Nine of Pentacles sticking his head out. Whatever it is that you said you wanted to do, you've done. So this person wants to get closer to you, but again, it doesn't feel like it's for the right reasons. The Lovers, yes, this is your divine counterpart. This is what I'm getting at, right? It's not to say that somebody seeing that you're accomplished and them wanting to pursue you because they know that you can stand on your own too is a bad thing. But it is a bad thing when somebody only wants to pursue you because they see you have this going on. This person abandoned you perhaps, like I said, at a time where you really needed them the most. I saw the Eight of Cups. So that means turning your back to someone, saying, oh, nope, something's missing from this. Even though all this is here, something's missing from this. This doesn't feel right. Okay, So then the person comes back because, wait, Nine of Pentacles. So is that what was missing? You didn't have the Nine of Pentacles at the time. So now that you have the Nine of Pentacles, in comes this person. Okay, we have the Knight of Wands. Okay, yeah, Ace of Wands. This person comes in offering, okay, a good time. We'll say that. They come in offering a good time. If you're looking for something for a long time, this might not be it. Okay. This might not be it at all. This person comes in looking to have a good time, thinking that they could do that, and it'll keep you stuck, and it'll put you in a place where you don't know what you want to do. But ultimately, it doesn't work like that. Ace of Swords, because you have clarity, all right? This is the sword of Archangel Michael, and Archangel Michael is often associated with justice as well. Okay, karma, things dealing with the law, legal system. People probably don't know that, but it's true. All right. Archangel Michael is also associated with the Judgment card. So it's like, good luck with coming in to an upright person, a righteous person with terrible intentions. Good luck with that. Okay. Because not only will you be exposed, but, you know, whatever comes back on you is your own fault. It's your own doing. Because why would you do that? You know, go on about your life the way that you already were. You don't have to disturb feminine. You don't have to bother her. But instead, you choose to bother her. You choose to poke your nose into her life and just intervene in ways that you should not have. You don't have good intentions. So what is even the point? And then feminine, you knowing that this is your twin, you're excited about this. You're like, oh, this is what I've wanted. But something feels off. And I'm speaking to a feminine who's manifested plenty of things. So when something feels off, it's because it is. You don't doubt your intuition at all, okay? So you move with integrity. You do things the right way. You treat people the right way. So this person coming in and saying, oh, I want it all with you. Maybe that's so. But they don't have good intentions. So what I mean by that is, right? They could say, I want to be with you. I love you. I realize this now. All this stuff, right? You lose everything. God forbid. And I don't think it would happen anyway. Because what's meant for you is going to be for you. So you don't have to hear that word and be like, oh, I rebuke it. Listen, I'm not wishing that upon you. I promise you. I wish you nothing but abundance, overflowing favor. You understand what I'm saying to you? So don't worry about that. But what I'm saying is, in this person's mind, worst case scenario, if that were to happen, they would leave. They would abandon you again for the next thing that has Nine of Pentacles. You understand what I'm saying to you? So it's just like, what is that really love? So we have the Empress, we have the Ten of Cups. Yeah, you're going to get this Ten of Cups. This is clear. Okay, this comes out in all the readings. You're going to have a happy family life. You're going to have a happy long-term marriage. Something that's stable and secure. Something that works for you and works for the person that you marry. Okay, a harmonious, happily ever after type situation. You're going to have that, okay? It might not be with this individual. So they come in, they want reunion. They want to sex you down. Is that really reunion? Top it off. Okay. We have the Hierophant, okay? So the Eight of Swords. I feel like you want what you want. They know that. Okay? They know that. This person is coming in bringing nothing but anxiety, nothing but confrontation, aggravation, aggression. None of this sounds like what a person would want in a marriage or in a committed relationship. None of this sounds like what a person would want to build a life upon. So again, it shows they're coming in with the wrong energy, because when you love somebody, when you care about them, you at least attempt to treat them well. You at least attempt to treat them with respect. So in the event that that's not what you're doing, how can you say you love this person? You don't love this person. You love the idea of this person. You love the idea of being with this person. Okay? Because you see that they've had this glow up and they're extremely attractive. They're magnetic. And so you want parts. But when you were in an unhealed state of self, did they want you the same way? Did they apply the same energy and effort? So I'm getting love bombing. This person comes in bringing nothing but drama, And it's drama that you don't have to be a part of. You don't have to sit in the audience and watch. You can just go on about your business. Not to mention you have love coming in, like true love coming in. We keep seeing that. All right. So, you know, one would be wild, in my opinion. And it's really coming into. One would be wild. W-I-L-D, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. One would be wild to allow themselves to say, well, you know, I'm just going to sit here, Eight of Swords, and not move because it's my twin. You don't have to deal with that. You don't have to accept it. That is a choice. Yeah, that is you allowing yourself to be treated less than, to be put into a hopeless situation, to be emotionally, spiritually, mentally assaulted by somebody who does not respect you. No. Okay, with the Eight of Pentacles, you've done a lot of work on yourself. You've done a lot of work, period, when it comes to your career and things like that. And I feel like you've been sitting on the fence about this because, oh, this is my twin, and what if it works out? But I worked so hard on myself, and I've come so far, and what if I'm not meant to be with my twin this lifetime because they're not ready? Okay, somebody put in the chat the other day, shout out to God's Divine, you know, have you ever had to wait on somebody to be ready? And God Divine said, yes, you know, but I didn't sit around and wait on the person. And this is what I'm always telling you guys. It's why I have the moderators that I have, because not only are they twin flames, but they're twin flames in union who can relate. So I have a strong team over here. You understand what I'm saying to you? Where when you guys have questions, they can help. They might not be blue, but they can help. All right. And be open to love. This is not it. Okay, again, just because somebody has a label of a twin does not mean. And again, if you're hiding behind your ego and you're saying, but I want them and I want that one, this is not the place for you. I'm sorry, it's been real. Thank you so much for your support thus far, but this is not the place. Because I would never tell you to have such an unhealthy ego that you accept assault. That's what this is. If somebody were to come to you and only want to be with you for what you have and use you for it, that's financial abuse. If somebody were to only come to you because of what you look like, and looks can fade, money can dwindle away. If those things change, then what? That's emotional abuse. Okay? In the event that somebody keeps arguing with you, keeps going back and forth with you, they weighing you down physically, that's physical abuse. They don't have to put their hands on you for it to be physically abusive. So again, we really have to start understanding our worths out here and not just accepting something because of a freaking label. Okay? So yeah, Eight of Pentacles is working on oneself, building themselves up. You've built up quite the reputation for yourself, and it's a great one. All right, so you know, again, it would just be wild to allow this person to come in because of who they are, who you think they are. Because, you know, that's the thing. For some of you, it is that person. And you're walking away from them. Head held high. Not looking back. Don't give a darn. No explanation. No conversation. No nothing. No see you later. No kiss my ass. Nothing. Nothing. You came in with the wrong intentions. And so for that, you get nothing. Okay? Yep. And for others of you, soon come you'll realize, hey, that wasn't the twin, that was the false twin. Or something along those lines, you know. You will see what you need to see. Because with the moon, not everything is as it appears to be. So it's either your twin and your twin ain't who you think they are. Or it's not your twin, it's a false twin. And you just been out here trying to paint a certain picture because of what you wanted to see. Alright, we have the Knight of Cups. Alright, so Knight of Cups is all about affection and romance. And again, I do see this coming in. I see affection and romance coming in. Somebody wants to come in and offer you D. And somebody else wants to come in and offer you love. So choose wisely. Okay? Ten of Wands, I feel like you're going to be stressed out, not knowing what to do. Okay? Feeling taken for granted by your twin. Feeling unappreciated. Yeah, because they don't know what this connection really is. Okay, and for others of you, again, false flame. Don't even halfway know what it is. Don't care what it is. Won't ever be close to being a twin. You know, so just use your discernment. But I feel like with the Ace of Swords, you know what it is clearly. Whoever I'm talking to, you know if this is your twin and they not ready this lifetime. Or if it's not your twin, you thought it was because that's what you wanted to see. Whoever I'm talking to, you have the clarity. You have the clarity, okay? You've been putting this working on yourself. You deserve a relationship that's going to work, that's going to be built to last. Not something that, you know, someone just wants to be with you because they enjoy the idea of you, or they enjoy the idea of, you know, having access to whatever success you've built up, whatever rewards. Okay, so with the King of Swords, if we're talking about the person that's coming in, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person, somebody that they could have Libra placements on their chart somewhere. Double emphasis on that because I'm thinking back to that Justice card. But this is somebody that is very straightforward, very direct. They put their head over their heart. They're not someone that allows their emotions to lead the way. So if that's your twin, then that explains it all. Child, that explains it. You know what I mean? They like, I don't care about that lovey-dovey stuff. You know what I mean? Does it make sense? You know? If it don't make dollars, don't make sense. So that gives off the gold digger energy. Definitely. Okay? And with the Five of Pentacles, I feel like you just choose to block this person out. Yeah, Death card. This is the end of that. The Chariot, you're moving on. Because at the end of the day, like I said, Page of Pentacles, somebody has made it painfully obvious to you that they don't know what this is. They don't care about what it is. They're going to move how they move because that's who they are. And sometimes people are so far gone into, you know, just this time. Oh, don't say that, kid. You're on YouTube. But sometimes people's head are so far up their own tail, I'll say that they just don't even realize it. You're like so gone. You're so gone. You know, like there would be no saving that person. They just got to do whatever they doing. Okay? You let them. And you just don't have nothing to do with it. All right? I want to look deeper into this moon here. Yeah, that's what it is. All right, the moon. So I want to look deeper into this moon. We split the deck. We saw the Ten of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is somebody rushing in. You're rushing in because you see Ten of Pentacles. Okay. You're attractive. Yes. This person has so many options, though. I feel like this person is still going to be dibbling and dabbling with those options. What about the connection would be special or unique if that's the case? Okay, the Hangman. Yeah, so it's just you looking at the situation from a different point of view, realizing that this is something you need to let go of, and no longer sitting here sacrificing yourself, waiting, limiting yourself to this connection. You don't have to. Yeah, see? Nope, you don't have to. All right? It's time to progress. Your energy is high. Keep your vibration high, and you will attract everything to you that you want. Yeah, we got the Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. Yep, here go Archangel Michael. Again, use your discernment because there's true love coming in. There's true love coming in. Somebody who's in tune with their emotions and does not mind expressing them. A very mature person. Somebody that may not be like, you know, King of Cups with their boys, but they're King of Cups with you. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. Somebody that can be mushy for and with you. Yes, please. Yes, please. Okay. Love on me. Yeah, here go Archangel Michael. Judgment Day is every day. But you came in trying to treat this person who ain't do nothing to you, all types of sideways, because you see them as this Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles person. Now, you guys know every time I pick out two queens, two kings, etc., I can always find what's similar between them as well as what's different, right? What's similar about the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles is their go-getter, hustler mentality. Both of them are business women. Both of them have great business sense, common sense, great wealth. They attract whatever it is that they want to themselves. They're very generous with whatever it is that they have. So this person knows that you're a generous person who's abundant and successful. Do you see what I mean? Not everybody's going to take advantage of that, but the wrong people certainly will. And they tried it. Okay. Somebody could also put you to the test to see how much you would do. There's a lot of things that you picked up on about this situation that you attempted to turn a blind eye to or dismiss. Well, you can't dismiss it now because not only is it right in front of you, but now it's coming out and being confirmed in a reading. Okay, once you get certain confirmation, there's no denying it. All right, so let us see. Let's see what messages come out here. All right, we have conception, pregnancy, evolution, new ideas, and rebirth. All right, you're always rebirthing something new, always rebirthing a new version of yourself. All right, opposition, struggle. Yeah, this person just comes in bringing opposition. Clashing, arguments, disagreements, temper. They might also have a temper problem. All right, why would you possibly want to deal with that? Okay, you've gotten to a place where you're balanced. Why would you possibly want to deal with that? Okay, something fell out here. I'm going to see it in a second. We have innocent. So they know you're innocent and you're generous. They were going to try to play on that. Wow. Youthful, kind, playful, and true. They're going to try to play on your innocence. Okay, isolation. Time alone, relaxation, rest, and time off. You're also somebody that spends a lot of time to yourself. So maybe they thought you're alone, you're innocent, you're generous. I'm going to take advantage of that. You understand? That's not a good person. Okay? It's not a good person at all. And for some of you, like I said, yes, it's your divine masculine. You be done left your divine masculine behind for a soulmate. Okay? That's what I'm seeing here. It says empowered, assertive, protective, ascension. This masculine is distorted. They're not in their divine masculine energy, so they're not moving like that. You're about to attract a soulmate, so I'm getting that this person is going to be replaced. It's like, you know how they're like, you're getting promoted. You are now one of my elite employees. No, this person is getting demoted. That's how they you're getting demoted. That's what's happening. We have true love, meant to be, destiny, and best friends. Child, you're going to marry your best friend. That's what I'm getting here from this. This ain't it. All right. Ambition, victory, discipline, focus, and willpower. I feel like your true twin is coming in, or your divine masculine did not appreciate the relationship. Judgment day came, and now they are being demoted. All right. I feel like I said the same thing several times, but I'm going to keep saying it. All right. Support, gifts, assistance, and money. Yeah, they just wanted support. They wanted gifts. They wanted assistance. They wanted money. This person could have just wanted access to your energy, to siphon it, to use it for themselves, to manifest certain things, to keep you held bondage. You see this? This is the double energy. Addiction, ego, mental health issues, abuse. Yeah, they clearly got some mental health issues. Okay? Clearly. And listen, ain't nothing wrong. We about mental health awareness over here. But this person clearly got some deep-rooted, deep-seated, okay, mental health issues as to where they thought it was okay to do this. Or they knew that you were intuitive and still tried it. Or you're spiritual, right? You craft. They're spiritual. They craft. They could have thought they were stronger than you. Or they're just simply being demoted because they weren't ready. All right. So we have trust, respect, reliability, belief, and honesty. You're a trustworthy person. You're extremely ambitious. You're innocent. You're generous. Do you think spirit is going to stand for this? Never in a million years. All right. Underlying energy is creative inspiration, talent, passion, skills, and growth. All right. So trust your creative inspiration. Keep going. Don't stop. You know who you can trust and you know who you can't, clearly. All right. Trust your intuition. Don't allow anybody to belittle you. Okay. Don't play it small. Do what it is that spirit is telling you to do. There's something here. Oh, narcissist. That's what it is. Your divine counterpart is a narcissist. They only care about themselves. So although you have this special, unique, sacred, sensual connection, nope, they were just going to use it for whatever they needed it for. For themselves. Okay, they so full of themselves. That's what Spirit's getting at. All right, commitment. You have something serious coming in. This ain't it. All right. So I pray that this helps you. I know it will. If this was your reading or you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. And if you have not already, go ahead and subscribe. Peace and hair, Grace.